Good morning. We've made it to the end of another week, so thanks for popping by. I appreciate you being here. If this is the first time you've ever caught me live, let me introduce myself. My name is Renee Harden, and by trade, I am an editor and a writing coach and writing teacher, and I love helping people share their stories and get them out there in the world. But I come on here every Saturday, and I love to just kick back and have a cup of coffee and catch up with you, see how your week has been, what you've been doing, what kind of interesting stories crossed your path this week. And so here's something funny. Let's see here, I'm going to take this out. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Great to have you here. Thanks so much. Yes, if you are joining me live during this broadcast, please pop in and say good morning. Say hello. If you're across the pond, let me know you're here. Love to say hi to all my folks in the live stream. Sherry, there's my friend, my sweet friend, Sherry. Sherry, thank you so much. You are in my corner and here every time, and I just appreciate you so much. So thanks for being here. As I was going through my mug collection, which a lot of you know, I have an extensive coffee cup collection from all the places that I've been in my many years. Some of them have been given to me as gifts. And so I have a beautiful collection of coffee mugs. And I was going through my mugs looking for something that is a little representative of fall. Because, guys, this is it. This is the last weekend of summer. We celebrate it as, Labor Day is like the big last hurrah, right? But this is the actual last weekend of summer. I don't know about you, but I've noticed the difference in the temperatures, even in the way the sun is shining, the way it's setting. It's a little darker in the morning, and we'll be falling back soon. But September 22nd, which is in the middle of next week, is going to be the first day of fall. And so here we are. So I wanted to find a mug that sort of, I guess, represented mug. And guys, I found this orange one. And the funny thing is, see that? It's my Whataburger mug. I guess Whataburger represents fall. I don't know. But anyway, if you live outside of the Texas area, you don't know about Whataburger. But I'm really excited to find out that there are 8 locations coming to the Nashville area. One of them is going to be open in the month of November. I will be visiting Nashville in the month of November. So hopefully the new Whataburger will be open. So yes, but Whataburger started here in Texas. And so, yeah. So I guess I need some fall decor mugs. Don't take that as a sign. But I just realized I don't have any mugs of pumpkins or leaves or anything like that. So I'm going to be looking for a mug for fall. So if you see any good ones that you think I might like that I should order, let me know. So how was your week? Tell me what was going on with you this week. Even if you had a not so exciting week, you still had stuff going on, right? So much stuff swirling around in our world. And, I don't know about you, but when I was thinking about 9/11 and when that event happened, we didn't really have social media back then. Just the computer in itself was just starting, I didn't even log on to Facebook till like 2006. So we didn't have all of this constant barrage of varied versions of stories of things that are happening around the world. We had three guys. We had Dan Rather, Tom Brokaw, and Peter Jennings. I personally was watching Good Morning America. So Diane Sawyer and Charlie Gibson were on doing their thing. If you want to catch up on all the details about my story and what happened in 9/11, you can check the broadcast that was before this one. Speaking of broadcast, guys, This is episode 394 for me, since I've been broadcasting through using the Be Live technology on Facebook. I'm gonna hit my 400th episode on October 30th. So guys, October is a big month. I'm just gonna prep you now. We're gonna be doing a lot of fun things in October. We're gonna be doing some writing exercises, right? Because we're gonna be preparing for NaNoWriMo month in the month of November. For those of you that are familiar with that, that is a month where people who are working on finishing their books or even writing a book, they use the month of November as a challenge, and NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month. What I do is put a new spin on it and call it National Novice Writers Month, because there are a lot of people out there who want to share their story, are thinking about writing it, maybe even starting a blog or just being consistent at writing, right? Because that is the form of communication that we use to share our ideas and our stories. Lord knows we do it on the internet in meme form. We can use words as well. So what I want to encourage you to do is maybe think about joining me during the month of October as we dive into some really great things and do some prep for National Novice Writers Month. Or if you're participating in an official NaNoWriMo group in your area, by all means, use this as a means of accountability for you to enjoy your writing, get creative with it. And I've got some fun things to share with you today for book recommendations, because guys, a lot of things are happening in fall. So first of all, we're going to be diving into the last quarter of the year. Do you guys remember? Let's sort of back up a little bit and remember all those goals we had at the beginning of the year. I think I could pull mine up here on the screen. Right, like my 21 for 21 list. I'll open Word and see if I can get that going while that's opening, because I've got the software ready. Let's talk about that. Do you remember some of the goals that you had? What were some things that you wanted to accomplish this year? Well, we're coming to the end in the next couple of weeks, the end of September, and we're going to start October. We have October, November, December. So this is about the time of year when I start throwing memes about countdowns for Christmas. Guys, do we realize? I mean, start your Christmas shopping now. Start it now. Because as we learned from last year, we've got to prepare for it now, right? Supply chains being what they are after the coronavirus pandemic hit back last year, and we're still not out of that. So the greater that you can plan ahead will set you up, right, to have a great holiday season. And even though we're coming to the end of the year, guys, you know, the next 3 months are filled with a lot of holidays. I don't know if you saw the intro video, the little intro part to this, but how many holidays we have. We have over 1,000 holidays in December, special days that are celebrated. So it's really important that we prepare for those and prepare now. So that's why I start talking about it now. So let's use this time to get ready for a great fourth quarter of 2021 and show 2021 that it's not the boss of you, pandemic or not, right? Anyway, so that's my little blurb about what we're going to be doing in the next couple of months, because I really want to utilize this time, especially for those who are wanting to write their stories, or if you thought about writing a book. I've got a couple of clients I'm working with right now. One, she's going to be, I think, winding up and sending me her manuscript here pretty soon. So for a children's book. And so lots of fun books are coming out. The fall season is one of the biggest, it's actually the biggest season in the publishing industry, because they're also looking at books right now that are going to be launching for first of the year, and like looking at money and finances and, you know, coming into a new year, and all of the self-help kind of books that come out, cooking books that are coming out for the spring. They're already thinking about first quarter of 2022. So fall is a big season for books that are coming out, because they make great gifts as well. So lots of fun books that are going to be coming out. I'm going to be sharing those with you over the coming months. letting you know, I mean, it's going to be like a fire hose, guys. So get ready. There's a lot of great books coming out. One that I'm looking forward to is the new Amor Towles book. If you're familiar with A Gentleman in Moscow, this is Amor Towles' next new thing. So that's going to be exciting. But I have lately been getting a lot of requests from people who have children's books that they're writing. And to be quite honest, I've not actually worked on a children's book product. I think the youngest one I worked on was like a financial guide, he was an author who, it was kind of like not Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace, but another couple who did, financial investment account information in clients and things like that. And they actually wrote a book for, I believe these are like, I don't know, middle graders to high school for how parents, how to teach them to start managing money. So that's the youngest that I've ever really worked on a book. And it's never been quite like a little fantasy book. So there's a lot of fun books coming out. A couple on the 21st, in fact. So let's see. So here's one that's coming up. I can't wait. So I'm going to share some of these with you because if you're a fan of the Little Golden Book series, two of the Little Golden Book series, I have one here on my desk. But this is the one that came out for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right? So they have the Little Golden Book about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And if you guys are familiar with the Little Golden Book format, they're beautifully illustrated, right? With text and telling a story about historical figures. Well, on the 21st, guys, get ready because this could be a great gift for someone. If they're a fan of Dolly Parton's, or if you just want your littles to learn who Dolly Parton is. Who is this lady that comes on and she sings? And she has her own program where she provides one book, I believe it's one book a year for children. And she's given away millions of books. So the Little Golden Book for Dolly Parton is coming out September 21st, right? And not to be outdone. I love Dolly Parton, and I think this would be such a fun little gift to give someone, but not to be outdone. And has anyone actually checked on her lately? Do you know who I'm talking about? Oh my goodness. Not to be outdone. Let's see here. There we go. Let's do it this way. So not to be outdone, the Little Golden Book for Betty White. Has anyone checked on Betty White lately? We haven't heard much about Betty. How is Betty doing? Is Betty still here with us? Do you know? I would think that the world would know if something happened to Betty White, but I'm concerned. Haven't seen her doing anything and haven't really heard much about her. But on September 28th, the Little Golden Book for Betty White is coming out. So here's two fun little books that if you want to add them to your child's bookshelf or their collection of little golden books, this would be a great one to add, right? So either one of those would be a great gift idea. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of these over the next coming weeks because there's, like I said, there's a lot of great books coming out. And so one that came out and I'm super excited about this one. I picked up a copy yesterday at Interrobang, my favorite bookstore here in the Dallas area. And one fun thing they do with their books is every time you go get a book, can you see that? Ooh, guys, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to lower the screen because I should have done this earlier. But you'll just get it live. There, much better. The sun has come up on the side of the house, and so now it's like, whoa, think about that for future broadcasts. But what Interrobang does is every month, let's see, do I have another one? Yeah, here's one right here. Every month they feature new bookmarks. I thought this was a great idea. And so even my nieces love to, when they come into town and visit over the holidays or when they have breaks, they go to Interrobang because they want to get the new bookmark. So here's like two, see, each month it's got like the Interrobang symbol, but they're all different. So this was during the summer. This one I just got yesterday, right? So they're so fun, little commemorative bookmarks. And so I love that about our little local independent bookstores, the little touch that they add when they are, selling products and selling books. But so this is a new book called Giddy and Kvetch, and it is written by Caroline Cusick Pritchard. Now, Caroline is a friend of one of my nieces. They actually went through high school and college together. And Caroline's husband is the offensive coordinator for the Stanford football team. So Caroline just released her own storybook. It's called Giddy and Kvetch. And Kvetch is the little bird. And it's a great little story. Oh, it's beautifully illustrated. So if you don't understand, Giddy and Kvetch are Yiddish words. And so there are Yiddish terms throughout this book. There's even a Kvetch's glossary of Yiddish words. So children are able to learn a little bit about the Jewish culture and Yiddish terms. Giddy and Kvetch couldn't be more different. Giddy always sees the bright side of life, while Kvetch is always complaining and, kvetching about the trouble they get into. One perfect day, Giddy convinces Kvetch to schlep off on a new adventure to put the perfect painting in their perfect purple treehouse. You know I'm a fan. But when her perfect plan collides with a perfect storm, oy vey, suddenly it's Giddy who's down in the dumps. Can Kvetch come out of his funk to lift Giddy's spirits back up? What a great little premise for a book, because a lot of people right now, they are kind of feeling down in the dumps, even kids with what they're having to deal with in school. So Betty is still here. Thank you for letting me know that, Sherry. That is so important. Yes, she is timeless. You love children's books? I do too. Yesterday, I was just, am I the only one who hears you? The picture is frozen. I don't know, Judy. Folks chime in and let me know. It might just be your connection. I don't know. Because mine seems to be doing okay. So yes, Giddy and Kvetch. So I'm so proud of Caroline. She was here in town. We did not get to go see her, but she signed a bunch of books for the store and left them. So that's the wonder of having a local bookstore. If you have a local bookstore that you love, or if you don't find one, or support mine from across the way, but support your local bookstores, because they can do something like this. Supporting their great, and Caroline is from here. She's from right here in Dallas. So, the fact that the bookstore did a special they did a live stream with her this week to talk about her book release. So I'm going to see if I can find that for you guys, and I will post it in my VIP group. So it's beautifully illustrated. I mean, look at these pictures. Isn't this great? Right? And I love when an illustrator is able to take an author's idea or concept and create a visual for it that evokes the very words. So it says, Giddy swirled, swooped, and splattered every paint from her palette until perfect. Right? What a fun. So you could already, right? You sense the fun in the book. She raced to find Kvetch on his favorite perch. Kvetch, my unflappable friend. And the bird says, here we go. This is the perfect day to hang the perfect painting in our perfect purple treehouse. Come with me. That's right. Today it's perfect. Haven't you heard of the calm before the storm? And besides, I'm still recovering from our last adventure, which is exactly why you need a new adventure. I love this. So if you are looking for a fun little book, this might be one you want to get. I'll be sharing links to this in the broadcast and in my VIP group. You guys can find this if you would like to order this for someone in your family for this holiday season. And so I'll be sharing links also to where you can sign up for my newsletter so that you can get that information as I send out emails. I'll also be sending out emails for my book club. If you are not in a book club, you should get in one. They're fun. They're a way to keep up with current releases, great stories, and you get together with some friends. So what I do with my book club is we get together twice a month, live online, and we talk about our books, but we also talk about other things. We talk about how the stories that we're reading sort of resonate with us as we're going through our daily life. We talk about the themes. We talk about interesting characters. This one is the one that we're reading this month, and it's called Anxious People. And this is a great story with several quirky little characters who all have their own story. And all of these stories weave together for the main story. And you'll find out who the bank robber is. So this is a great story, and this is our book read that we're doing. If you want to join our book club, you still have time. If you're a pretty fast reader, today's the 18th, you could finish this book in 10 days pretty easy if you wanted to go through it. I think the audio is like 8.5 hours. So you could definitely get this in time to join us for our next live discussion, which is going to be on September 28th. So Anxious People, another great book to read. So as I'm talking about books and as I'm talking about things, you probably have some books that you've read that sort of encourage you to plan, maybe to declutter, to sort of maybe get your focus more tuned in to something that you're wanting to do to really set the pace for your life, maybe accomplish some goals. And I don't know about you, I had set myself some goals, like I said at the beginning of the year. See if I can finally pull these up. I'm going to try to find the file. But guys, think about maybe something that you wanted to do, a goal that you had at the beginning of the year. Could be anything. Could be remodeling or renovating something. A lot of renovation projects happen in the fall months. One, because the temperatures are cooler, so we can do it, doing repairs. But we're also preparing for the winter season, right? We need to start doing things to get our homes ready for the winter season. And Lord knows here in Texas, we learned this year in February about how we could have a snowstorm here that lasted for over a week. So we're going to be preparing for that in case that were to happen again, right? So what are some things that you are wanting to do to prepare? What were some things that you set as a goal for earlier in the year that you've just not gotten to yet? But now that we're in September, you're feeling that pressure of like, oh, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. Have you ever thought about that? Okay, where is my, let me see if I put in 21. I can find it here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, my computer's running slow. So I have to share. I think a couple of them were like to take some classes or learn or do something. I've been pretty happy that I've been able to cross off some of the things on my list. But as I've mentioned to you before, what I do is I also keep a concurrent list of all the new things that I've done in the year that I've never done before. And I started keeping track of those. And what I found was that I had more items of new things that I did every year and maybe 2 to 3 items on the list that I wanted to check off, I actually accomplished. So what that proves to me is that while we may plan our ways and do the best we can to make the best preparations possible for what we believe our life is going to be in the next quarter or year or week or month, what I find is that life tends to teach us the things that we're supposed to do and have and be accomplishing, right? So that's the kind of fun thing. So if there are some things that we want to get back to, Lord knows me, I've got a list of house repair things I need to do in my house in Tennessee. So I'm trying to tackle those and get them scheduled because, again, it's going to be the holiday season, guys. Before we know it, it's going to be November to December, and I wouldn't even think of asking people to do things during the holiday season unless it was an absolute emergency. So I'm just going to try to get most of my holiday prep done next month, because I want to enjoy my November and December. I don't know about you, but good morning, honey. Good morning. You loved the book artwork. Judy, I did too, and it's so cute. You were going to lose weight, but now you're just going to keep it on for the winter. I'm trying to. I know I'm going to be keeping weight on for the winter, but I'm trying to get rid of the weight that I put on from last winter. So I'm still going to keep exercising. In fact, it's going to be more of a challenge for me to keep exercising regularly when it's cold. Because when it's cold, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out. I want to stay by the fireplace and stay where it's warm. I'm not a cold weather person. So winter time gets hard for me, and I want to try to. So that's going to be a challenge for me. That's something that I'm going to make sure I do throughout that fourth quarter goal, right? Is keeping that ready. So one of the books that I read over the summer, and we did in my book club, was a book called Soundtracks. This was a book written by a business mentor that I follow. His name is John Acuff. I've been kind of walking with him as one of my sort of mentors that I learn from, glean from, really read his books information along with people like, Seth Godin and others. So this was John's new book that came out this year. And it's a great book about dealing with overthinking and the soundtracks that we play in our head over and over and over again. Do you remember this book? Remember when we read this together? If you haven't read this book, I would love for you to, you need to read it. You need to read it. I really think it's going to make a big change because it really made a difference in the way I dealt with things and helps you understand how we sabotage ourselves in getting our goals done. Look at the picture that I happen to land on. So here's some of the great quotes. I love the way the book is laid out. Replacing your soundtracks is about identifying what soundtracks you've been listening to and then owning the responsibility of changing them. So if you keep telling yourself, I can't lose weight. No, I can't. The negative things that we tell ourselves that we feed our brain over and over and over again. And then we wonder why our lives are a reflection of that, right? The Bible tells us that, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what is coming out of us? What are the soundtracks that we're replaying over and over and over again? So this is a great book. Well, John is going to be doing a new challenge. He does these challenges where he provides free content for an entire week. So if you guys have never heard of John or you've ever wanted to follow him or you've been interested in following him, next week is going to be the week that I think you need to do this. Let me see, I'm going to add something here on the screen so that you can, here we go. I will add this here. You can go to, all right, here we go. It's on here. Go to acuff.me/challenge, okay? And he's going to be doing a new challenge next week called Back To, right? So when we think about the fall and falling back and looking back, so what are some goals that you want to get back to that you sort of pushed off? This, and here we are coming into the end of September. What are some goals you want to get accomplished? What are some things that you want to do? What are some ways that you can push forward? So John is doing this challenge next week. Go to acuff.me/challenge. You can sign up for it. You don't have to read the book in order to do the challenge, so I'm not trying to give you too much homework. Just get a copy of the book, okay? But next week, he's going to go live every day at noon, and he's going to be sharing an hour's worth of content, accomplishing goals, things that you can do to help equip yourself for these coming months, right? So that's going to be, I love participating in these because it kind of gives me the jump start that I need. And I'm going to be then going into the month of October super focused on some things that we're going to accomplish, especially if you're a writer, especially if you want to learn to share your story. You want to strengthen your writing. I'm going to be talking about some techniques in writing. I'm going to be talking about some software tools that writers use in order to capture their stories beyond just Word or pages. Different ways that people use those tools to then share their story with the world, right? To get it out there, get a name out there for yourselves, especially if you have something to say, or if you have some creative stories that you want to share and it's kind of like art that you want to create. What are some of those things, right? So this is going to be a great challenge to help sort of kick us into gear. Now, for those of you with full schedules, Please don't hear me say that I want to add more to your plate. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just encouraging you that if you want to grab a hold of this, and I think for like, I think it's like $67 or something like that. John, you can get the video recordings of the free content that he's doing next week. $67 to have free content for a week from a successful writer who's been doing this for a long time, and has written, this is his 7th book, right? Or if you're just wanting to accomplish goals and get some things done. I've got, like I said, I've got a list of things I need to get done in my house in Tennessee. There are some things that I want to do for holiday prep so that I can truly enjoy the holiday season. So prep doesn't need to be stressful, but we need to be disciplined about how we approach it so that we actually get, because we'll feel better getting some things done. Right, Hone, farewell winter. Oh, farewell winter, hello spring, because you are in Brazil and you are below the equator, so your seasons are flipping just like ours. Yes, John's books and courses are so great. They are so great. They're so helpful. And you know why? Because they're practical. And because they're practical, yes, right, they are great. They are great. And so because John's content is so practical, we're able to then apply it. And so what I'm doing is I'm learning from John, and I'm taking some things going, okay, here's some things that I'm going to do with my book club group. Here's some things I want to do for my VIP friends that are subscribed to my email list. This is some content that I want to share, and I want to encourage others. I'm just kind of following John's lead and sharing that with the people that I come in contact with. So if that's something you want to do, again, sign up for John's challenge. And then after you sign up for John's challenge, you can go to my page, my website at roneharden.com/contact, and you can sign up for my newsletter. You can also let me know that you would like to be a part of the book club. So if you would like to join the book club, you can let me know that there as well. If you want to chat about a story idea that you have, maybe you know someone who wants to write a children's book story. I've literally had just this week, 3 different people approach me about children's book offers, and I've been able to sort of get them, because right now my editing plate is full with the projects I have, so I can't take any more right now. But I can help direct you to people in the industry that I know who are experts at developing and helping to publish children's books. Okay, so if that's something that you've been interested in, please let me know. You can let me know that there. Or if you have an idea of a story that you want to write, or you just want it, I would love to be in an accountability group where I can improve my writing. If that's something you want to do, you can let me know that as well. So right here, I'll learn to point better. Right here, roneharden.com/contact. You can let me know about that. You can, let me again show you and here is the contact for John's challenge. It's acuff.me/challenge, right? And if you want to see my previous shows, like I was telling you, the one about 9/11 or the other shows, guys, I mean, today's episode is 394. 394. I'm so excited. So if you want to check out any of the previous shows that I've done, you can go to my YouTube channel right here at youtube.com/RoneHarden and check out the past shows. It's been a blast. This is how I love sharing my content. So you can see it there. So next week, I'm excited because I am going to be interviewing an author who has written a book series. In fact, her book series is right over here on my desk, all 3 books of her series. And so I am going to be interviewing her next week, and we're going to be talking about what it was like to write a book series, what was involved in that process, and hear her own story of how she was able to get published. I'll also be sharing, as I always do, new book releases coming out, because like I said, there's a lot of them coming, guys. So if you want to know more about that, again, like I said, let me know. Sign up for my, right here, go to roneharden.com/contact. Let me know. I will share all of this information with you, as well as some other fun things that I think you would enjoy. So, yeah, love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of those who've been commenting live. For those of you that are commenting on my personal profile, Facebook somehow does not let those comments come into the broadcast. So I will catch up with you guys and get back to your comments. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you that are watching via replay, thanks for taking the time. Just give me a little bit of your day and allow me to share what I'm excited about. I hope you'll share what you're excited about, what you've got going on in your life. I'd like to hear your stories. I hope you'll share yours with me. And I hope that whatever you do today, that you fill up your awesome tank and get out there and share it with everybody you come in contact with. Safely, of course. But we need a little bit more love in this world. And we need a lot of caring and empathy and support and encouragement for each other, helping each other achieve our goals and watch the gift of God in us be shared with others. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you will continue to follow me here on social media as I share fun content about books, writing, sharing stories, and having coffee. And ooh, there are some fun fall drinks ahead in my future. I don't know about you, but hot apple cider, hot chocolate, pumpkin spice everything, different flavors for the fall. I can't wait. So we'll be back next weekend to share more fun things as we officially end the month of September and get ready to go into Rocktober. All right. Thanks, guys, so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care of yourselves. Love on each other. All right. And I'll see you next week.